The Minnesota Vikings enter the 2023 NFL Draft looking for the Robin to Justin freaking Jefferson's Batman. And yes, KJ Osborne is looking to step up to that wide receiver 2 job. Absolutely love him, but he is in a contract year, and even if he balls out and shows up and shows out, maybe his future isn't in purple. Maybe he gets paid somewhere in free agency. Enter Jaxon Smith-Njigba, the pride of the Ohio State University. For me, he's wide receiver 1 in this class. I think that his slot machine skills will be an absolute dynamic combination with Justin freaking Jefferson, and you have 2 guys that can get open in a phone booth. I love it, man. And according to Tony Pauline of Pro Football Network, this is what he wrote. Seemingly just 2 wideouts locked in first round, blah, 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 blah. Smith-Njigba, whose official top 30 visits end with trips to see the Baltimore Ravens and Minnesota Vikings this week, could end up drafted as early as 12th by the Texans, but it's more likely he ends up with the team selecting in the 20s. Now, with Njigba, the Vikings may have to move. I don't think that he simply gets to 23. I think that there is a gauntlet in the teens, starting with the Texans at 12, that certainly could look at him as a receiving option. The Patriots make sense. Hell, the Packers make sense. The Commies, to a degree, sure. I mean, the Lions. Imagine JSN with Amon-Ra and JMO. That's gross, man. And then also, I'm sure the Bucks could be in. Seattle, yes. Chargers, of course, and the Ravens, obviously. So, if the Vikings want to maneuver to get Jaxon Smith-Njigba, they may have to move and go get him. And JSM, he was an absolute dynamic receiver in 2021 when he got the time of day. Put up 95 catches, 1,600 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. It was really a breakout season for C.J. Stroud. And in a room where you have Garrett Wilson, where you have Chris Olave, both first-round picks, Garrett Wilson, NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, as well as Marvin Harrison Jr., and you're considered the best receiver in that room, that means that you're pretty damn good. And he was hampered by injury this season at Ohio State, so sort of is what it is. But I think Njigba, even though his 40 time leaves something to be desired, the fact that his agility is amazing, solid in explosiveness, and just put on a show at the Combine and his pro day in the receiving drills, that's all you need. It's all you need to know. This is a guy who's going to own the middle of the field, is going to get open, he's going to be your quarterback's best friend, and even though Kwesi has relatively been kind of snobbish about really good 10-yard splits, I think you certainly should and could make an exception in this spot. And in Njigba, elite route runner, you can make a case that like him and Tank Dell are one of the best route runners in this class. Just get separation, getting open. What a novel concept. I mean, we're still enamored with, hey, this receiver 6'4", 220, but can they actually get open? Can they get separation from a DB? He's shifty in space. He uses his leverage extremely well, especially at the top of the stem. Great hands, great ball control, and he's NFL ready day one. And also could contribute in the return game, returning punts. And like I said, for me, JSN is wide receiver 1 in this class specifically for the Vikings. I think that this is not a good class if you're looking for that alpha wide receiver 1. This is a phenomenal class if you're looking for wide receiver 2s, wide receiver 3s. And that's exactly where the Vikings are. I do like JSN a lot more than Quentin Johnston. For me, Johnson, Addison, Flowers sort of rotate through as who's wide receiver 2 on a given day. But frankly, I would be fine with any of those 3 guys at 23. But JSN is that dude. He is. And just imagine Jefferson, JSN, KJ, Jalen, all that stuff. And then TJ. Lots of J's in the Vikings passing game. Just imagine what that would look like, man. But we dream. We certainly do dream. But your thoughts are thoughts. Reportedly, the Vikings are having a top 30 visit with Ohio State wide receiver Jaxon Smith-Njigba. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.